off.
And good evening, everyone. And Jackie's turned into a cake. Well, she had enough of it anyway.
The best cake ever, Steve.
The best cake ever.
Best
The
cake
best cake.
ever. My dream cake.
So barbecues for drone seekers turn into cakes for drone seekers. Is that right?
Now, here's the deal. If Craig is a smart man, and I believe that he probably is, he would learn how to make that cake.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, he makes a good cheesecake. I like cheesecake as well. I like any cake. But that's just
But he needs
dream,
to learn
isn't
how
it,
to.
you know?
Yeah.
That's everything I loved as a kid.
That is what we call a Sally.
My whole life.
We'll have to give it a name, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
I don't know what your name would do anyway. Who we got in the chat? We've got
Let
Brian.
me tell you, I'd have to take so much insulin before I took a bite of that. It would be.
Evening, Brian, Kim, Peter.
I ate enough for both of us,
Patrick,
Marcus. Don't worry.
Steve, Richard Ariel, Patrick. I've always said Patrick already. That cake looks. See, if you'd come to Spain on Wednesday, you could have had a piece of cake. I ate last.
Not my piece, but a piece.
Well, Jackie had the first. Well, Jackie had sort of decided she wants all of the cake.
Oh no, not
all of it.
Sally
Not all of
cooked
the
the cake, but for all of us.
But you did have quite.
No, you bake a cake.
A large piece of.
I mean, I said I wanted first piece, which I thought was fair. I mean, I've been waiting a year for it. I hadn't expected the first piece to be basically a quarter of the cake, to be fair. I didn't cut it, but
you ate it nonetheless, correct?
Damn right.
Oh, yeah.
I was impressed, actually, Jackie, because I thought I know what Jackie is doing. She's going to barbecue. She's going to take a little nibble of this and a little nibble of a little bit of lettuce leaf or whatever when that cake comes out. But she didn't.
No, I've got an appetite for.
You certainly have. Anyway, so the drone seekers fly on the barbecue went well, and here I am back in sunny England, because it is sunny England, in all fairness.
Good.
So hi Wayne, Wavy Davy, Dave Taylor, Drone Views Media. That's Alan. Was it Alan? Yes, of course it is. So yeah, so. Sally's not here tonight, so anyway, she'll probably watch it on catch up because I think she's busy. But yeah, she got a good mention of the cake.
She did.
The cake. Right. Anyway, let's bring on our guest. And Terry might join us. I'm hoping he will join us somewhere along the line because obviously he's here in the UK, or actually, more specifically, in Wales. You see.
We've got Mikey from Fly Zone. Hey, Mikey.
Mikey, yeah.
Mikey. Oh, yeah. Hi, Mikey. How you doing?
And Kim.
And Lauren.
And Alan, Drone Views.
Right. So, special guest time. We need to... Hang on, what's going on here? Right, there we are. That one.
Let's welcome this week's Drone Seekers live show special guest.
And all the way from sunny Spain in the Dome Cow.
In the bar.
How you doing, Harvey?
Well, special guest, that threw me a bit, but thanks for inviting me on. Nice to see you people.
But
Well, and you again, of course, Stephen Jack. If you were here
everyone who comes on and says, so that's it. So that's my new local when I go to Spain now behind Harvey.
Yeah, that's quite some bar you got there in the
Harvey
garden.
is the official landlord of the Spanish Dun Cow. I don't know what's called Dun Cow.
Dun Burro.
Yeah, you have to think of a Spanish name for it. That's it. Yeah. Oh, for Man and David. Hi, David. Hi, David.
Yay!
Hi, Drone Views.
Yeah.
I think there's quite a few people here that were at that barbecue now, isn't there?
Say again?
Quite a few people here that were at the barbecue.
Yes, David and Man were there, which was really nice to see because I hadn't met them before. So that was the first time meeting for them, and it was good. It was so all we need now, Marcus, seriously, seriously,
you to come to the barbecue.
We need the American squad.
It'll happen.
October
It'll happen
this year. October. I spoke to Al. Al said he can speak to his wife. And I think I'd like to think he was considering it. Wouldn't be great, wouldn't it, eh?
Yeah.
We need Ron Brown.
Ron?
Yeah.
I mean,
we'd have to get Kev out at the same time, wouldn't we? So we can have the whole Thunderbird squad.
Oh, yes, without
we'll take
that.
no for an answer from him.
I'd like to type in here and say hello to everyone. People saying hello to me, but I haven't logged in. And if I do log in now, it'll log me out. So I'm just going to say hi and thanks to everyone saying
Can you
hello.
not, have you not got another, can you not bring up a second screen up, Harvey? On your phone?
Well, I could do, but why are we getting so complicated?
Anyway, Harvey's here with us. So Harvey's saying hello. He can speak. Harvey can speak.
Hey, hold it. Brian is waiting for his invite too. Brian, what would make you think that you're not invited at any time?
Basically anybody who's a drone seeker, come to Spain.
Alan, Drone Views Media, Ireland, come to Spain. Yeah,
I would love to go flying with Al.
Yeah,
awesome videos.
I seriously think October has got to be the time.
Everybody, come to Spain, October.
We'll just all go. We'll just all go to Spain. Woof, a lot of us just take over Spain.
My nephew is in Barcelona right now. So
brilliant! That's only 7 miles up the coast.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
See,
how far is it, Jackie?
7 hours.
I thought you said 7 miles.
I meant hours.
I knew what you meant. I've looked at the map. I knew what you meant.
Yeah, it's not that far on the map.
Now, Alan's saying you need some warm weather. Trust me, Alan.
Oh.
I think, it was warm. I mean, 30, 31, 32, I think it was out there.
It's 32 in here now.
There we are, 32 degrees.
I didn't go in the swimming pool on barbecue day, but I have been in the pool in the last 3 days running.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's officially hot.
We could actually, the good thing about the barbecue, the swimming pool, we can actually boil people in it. Well, that's what it looked like anyway.
Hey, I found out a formula that helps me convert or estimate. When you guys talk about centigrade, I can estimate what Fahrenheit is. So you
double
say
it and add 30, don't you?
Yeah, double it and add 30.
Yeah,
I never knew that, but I just found that out.
Yeah.
And it works.
Tough enough, but it works.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you work it either way. If you work it backwards, as well, I'm not sure.
Log 30 off and halve it.
That must work, must it? It's obviously my round, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
Alan said, typical Ireland has been busy now and rain all day. It is. So I was actually going over to Ireland for a day on my way to Spain. And I remember someone saying to me, mate, sure you take your coat. It rains every day in Ireland. Well, I'm not sure what happened because the day I went, it was sunny and nice and warm.
Man's just joined in.
You what?
Hi, man.
I see Man's just joined the chat.
Man.
Evening, Man.
Good evening, Man. Because I think Man flies fixed wing. Is that right, Harvey?
Yeah.
He does, but he does fly drones as well. Yeah, he's my mentor for fixed wing.
Yeah.
So that video I watched, there's one view you and Man flying. Was that your craft or Man's?
That's my one. Yeah.
That's your one.
The bigger one. Yeah.
I know. Sally said, "I'm Sally."
Sally.
Now that,
Thank
Sally,
you, Rabbit
was your
Well.
challenge. You're going to post the cake. Yeah, no, yeah, there might be a technical error there somewhere. Jackie gets a cake kit.
Yeah.
It will reverse itself.
All the ingredients. I've got to make it myself. Oh no.
I've heard of Kate's cakes, but Sally's cake sounds good.
Yeah, I like Sally's cakes. They're great.
Sally's cakes. She started something there already, didn't she?
You know, she could probably sell that online. You could probably make a website and sell those by the ton.
Well, we literally had to say we took the ingredients out. She took all the chocolate fingers because she was so concerned that she wouldn't be able to get them in Spain. And I said, I'm sure you probably could.
Yeah, you can get all those in Spain.
But she was concerned that she wouldn't, so she packed them all in my suitcase. I said,
I've got to have a look at it. Look at it. It's gorgeous.
Oh, man. Yummy.
Cake, eh?
So do you recognise them, Mark? Because they're like chocolate fingers.
Oh, yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the chocolate buttons. And then one of the Smarties.
And then the Maltesers.
The Maltesers, yeah.
Oh, heaven.
So that's what you get.
What is a Maltese?
A Malteser is like a honeycomb.
Round
honeycomb ball.
You must know what Maltesers are. Oh my God! Mark,
I know what a malted milk ball is.
No, they're like is it honeycomb, Jack? Is it?
Yeah, it's honeycomb centre.
I'm telling you, you Brits, just weird stuff.
No, it's not weird. Look at it. It's heaven.
No, it sounds damn good to me.
Anyway, look, we should shut up talking about food.
Yeah, I know. What's that have to do with drones? Hey, maybe we could build a drone that we could drop a cake from. We could deliver cakes with drones.
Sounds good.
Well, with Steve Sutton about that. He might be able to organise.
Yeah, he's the delivery man.
We'll have to make small ones, a little bun type ones. We'll have to have Cadbury's and see if they can make shrunk down. Yeah, you could use matchmakers instead.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not in my top 10 of chocolates, so no.
Not even the orange ones. The orange ones.
No, it's not in my top 10.
I like a girl that knows what she likes.
And Jackie certainly does. Anyway, so
we're supposed to be talking about Harvey's fixed wing, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes, let's talk about Harvey's fixed wing. So Harvey, your fixed wing. How you get on with it?
Thankfully, they're made of a polystyrene sort of material, and they're easy repaired. Hot glue gun and a good repair, and they're quite forgiving. But man, we're going to hopefully get a fly in this week. He's got what they call a buddy lead, and he can connect his buddy lead from his controller to my controller. So if I get in trouble flying it, he can take over, as we do with drones.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah. So yeah. But it's so different from flying a drone. So different. It's the controls.
Well, it hasn't got a hover mode, has it?
No.
It's
either in the sky or hitting the ground.
You can't take your eyes off it. There's no just stopping and taking a breather. It's full on all the time.
It doesn't have a. Well, you don't see a screen, do you, of what it sees either, do you?
You can set it up FPV. You can put one on him on these things. And you can also fit a return to home.
Oh, wow. That'd be useful.
You get into the realms of some technology there, aren't you? Which is, man to be the guy for that. So maybe we'll look into that.
Yeah, I've heard that you can set them up that if they go out of range, they'll automatically turn around and come back.
Yeah, you can do that as well. Apparently, I've read up on it, and they say you can, but
that's what Terry
it's the drones and the fixed wing. They're two different ball games for me. So there we go.
So here's the deal, Harvey. We've got a lot of people that fly the DJI FPV drone. Some of them might be right there.
Yeah.
Could he? So he could follow you. He could literally follow your fixed wing with his FPV drone.
Jackie and I tried it, didn't we?
Yeah, and I kind of managed it at the start, but as soon as he turned, I lost him.
Yeah,
I mean, providing the craft sort of goes in
I'd love to have another
I'll
crack
tell
at
you
it,
what,
though.
I've got a
Yeah.
video here. Now, this is a typical video. I'm not sure we've seen this video before, but I've got a video here that it's not a very long video. This is a fixed wing chase video. Just watch this and get an idea.
We're going to chase it.
Damn, that thing's good, dude. I wasn't expecting that.
Made up my mind, trigger happy, don't stop. Reckless a fool, it's gonna sound like a pop. Small town, city dreams, now life is a scene. Gonna grab your attention, make it rain, make it rain. Grab your attention, make it rain, make it rain. If it smells like mafia, then you better light a match. If we wanna go blazing, then we leave without a scratch. Who's ready? Who's ready? Come and get it. Who's ready? Who's ready? Come and get it. Look at me now. Look at me now. Check me out. Look at me now. Look at me now. Check me out. This is our town, got a whole set of rules, dangerous. New York City set of tools, going down Chinatown, Gucci blade, Cartier. Too much Hennessy, got that West Coast fade. The left to right, left to right, tell me who's that back out of fight. Going down, oh back up, back up. Going down, oh back up, back up. Play your cards right, cause if you wanna fit in, we wanna high with the stakes and it's all bets in. Who's ready, who's ready? Come and get it, who's ready, who's ready? Come and get it. Look at me now, look at me now. Check me out, look at me now, look at me now. Check me out. Can I have your attention? Anybody listening? We're gonna paint this town red. Did you hear what I said? Can I have your attention? Anybody listening? We're gonna paint this town red. Did you hear what I said? Look at me now, look at me now. Check me out, look at me now, look at me now. Check me out.
So that I was there that day, and what was cool, Max Air 420 was flying that fixed wing, and he was doing hammerhead stalls, touch and goes, and that was Lee Adventure FPV, right?
Yeah.
That was following, but also Max's girlfriend Tammy Jean was following him with the DJI FPV drone.
Yeah,
and it was that was a big aircraft. It was really fun to watch.
Well, I suppose the thing is you need to have them to get close enough to it, but on the other hand, not getting his way at the same time.
So there were 3 people that I know of following that aircraft. Tammy Jean with her DJI FPV, and then our friend Al Duran did some following of that aircraft. And then of course Lee. And Lee, I mean, you saw what he did in that video. He is just a phenomenal FPV pilot. And in fact, while we were at the meetup, we had like dinner or kind of a meal the night before at a pool hall bowling alley place. Well, there was a tattoo parlor next door. He's so talented. He walked in there. They hired him on the spot to do one of those drone fly-through videos.
Yeah. Oh, they're bloody.
Hired him on the spot to do that.
Yeah, they are absolutely. Yeah.
Well, watching that video, I think me and Harvey need quite a lot more practice to achieve the same aim.
You can't do it with a camera drone, Jackie.
Nah.
You can't. And then, but then the other part of it is the guys that are really good at it communicate. In other words, whoever's driving the fixed wing, when they're getting ready to turn left,
they're talking to each other all the time.
They'll say left, but they'll say right. Our friend Ed Ricker is just
he talks through it.
Really
we said when he was flying with
I can't think of his name either. I was trying to think of his name too, Steve.
Shelby
Velby,
Vol.
yeah.
They'll be
Vol.
all. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he said they were standing together and they go, right, left, right, and they're planning it all, everything in step with each other. Well, you've got to, haven't you?
So pretty soon, Harvey and Jackie are going to be doing that left, right, left, right.
Definitely. We'll give it another go, won't we?
What about that video? I think Steve Deere put it on as well. He sent a link to it. The guy chasing a push bike down the track. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
I've seen that.
Oh, it's brilliant. It was fantastic. I mean, long bike jumps, archways, roads. Tremendous.
The only bike one I've seen was Al riding along that bridge.
Oh, I did something interesting with my drone, something slightly different a few weeks ago. I sent the drone up to record me, Stephen and Terry riding our bikes across an aqueduct.
Okay.
So I set it up in the sky and then rode my bike away, leaving the controller and the drone back there. And then I went back, rode over to them and they said, "Come on, hurry up, I'm scared, I've left my drone." So I came back and came back really fast. Didn't like it, but I got the shot.
I mean, you got to try things, haven't you, all the time?
Yeah.
We were saying about, we were talking, Jackie, when we was out on Wednesday, and you put your camera down and sort of walked away from it, and when I used to watch the videos, I used to think to myself, when are you going to go and get the camera back then?
You have to run back and get it, don't you?
Yeah, well, just like the one you just posted, Jackie, where you were walking along that
video.
ledge and you were walking right towards the camera.
Yeah. I had to go back and get it, obviously.
Well, yeah, the rather expensive camera GoPros dotted about all over the place. Oh, Jackie left that one there.
We have to follow around and pick them all up.
Yeah. Jackie's caddy.
No,
Harvey,
eBay.
do you ever put a camera on your fixed wing then?
I haven't as yet, but you can buy the FPV cameras for it. There's a few guys out there that have done it, and I've watched some videos. It looks very good. But with the fixed wing ones, the ones that I fly are so light that once you've got them up in the air, you could glide as long as you can stand up.
What do you think,
No,
do you think that'd help you fly if you can actually see where you was flying to? If you know what I'm
I reckon it would. Don't
Possibly, yeah.
Well,
But just
what
imagine-
I noticed, like when I was flying my FPV on Wednesday, I do tend to like to fly it sort of line of sight where I don't actually wear the goggles. Steve Deere wore the goggles, and I just flew it. And I quite enjoy doing that. But there are times when I'm thinking, where is it going? Where is it going? I sort of lose the thread of what way the drone's facing.
The orientation.
The orientation, that's right. And I just said to Steve, the easiest way, because obviously Steve was standing by the side of me, and I said, "Right, can you see the home? What side is it? Left, right?" I was asking where the home was. He said, "Keep going around, just keep going to the right." And so he just guided me so I got to the right. Then I knew I was coming back to home.
Right.
So, Steve, was that with the motion controller?
No, when I do that, I always use the actual controller. When I'm flying myself with goggles, I can use a motion controller. But with that, it's a bit, a bit risky, as it were. But
Anyway,
no.
yesterday I took out my Platinum and my Mavic 1 just for a bit of exercise.
Excellent.
They've not been up for ages, so I
Yeah.
gave them a bit of a battery charge up, took them out, and I did the same flight with both of them.
Yeah.
And the camera quality, they both set the same, both
Yeah.
set exactly the same, and the quality of the cameras is vastly different. The old
Which one's
Mavic
best?
Mavic
What-
1.
Really?
It was better than the Platinum. I thought it was the same
Oh.
camera.
It looked totally different. It
I-
set the
I-
same as
I-
well.
I thought
I've
the
also-
only difference between the Platinum and the Mavic 1 was that it had
What
different
was the quieter?
ESCs on it, and it was quite quieter and
Yeah.
slightly longer in the sky. Was that
No,
it?
it's
No?
just totally different. The quality, the camera quality on the Mavic 1 was so much better. So much better. It's incredible.
Oh,
And they're both set
that
exactly the same.
that surprises me, I must admit.
And
But,
I've asked advice on this from people who know about cameras, like Steve Deere. He's the man who gives me the advice
Yeah.
on these things. And he said, just imagine, there's no two cars. There's no two cars that drive exactly the same, is there? You get in them, the clutches are different, whatever. So
That's right,
there
yeah.
you go.
Same with cameras, I guess.
It's a vast
And
difference.
And I don't know if everyone watched today, but Jeannie's been flying her drones now for 758 days continuously. Unfortunately, lost her Mavic Zoom.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Her Mavic Zoom, she couldn't find it. She was out flying. She went into a tree. And unfortunately, she can't get it back because she went looking for it. She had to find my drone on the app. Went looking for it and then come across rather a stumbling block in the form of a big cliff. And the other side of this cliff is where the trees are, where she reckons her drone is. And the weather forecast here tomorrow is rain, so she thinks that that could be, unfortunately, the end. So I'm sorry to hear that, Jeannie, because I know how much them drones mean to her.
Yeah,
that's a shame.
And I was just thinking about some Mavic Pro, but anyway.
I'm thinking Mini 3. Mini 3.
They look good, don't they? The Mini 3.
I honestly
really
think,
good.
I mean, my concerns. I was watching. Brian's still here. That wasn't Brian. It was actually Windswept.
Windswept Robert, wasn't it? He did a review and said about it.
And he said he wasn't that impressed with it.
No, a few people have said it. The distance isn't that good, but then that wouldn't bother me too much because I don't tend to send them very far at all.
I mean, Brian, I assume Brian does like the Mini 3.
Yeah, it says definitely Mini 3.
Yeah. I mean, Windswept was saying that he's obviously doing a comparison with the Mini 2 and the Mini 3. I don't think it's all doom and gloom, though. To be honest,
I watched the DJI video of it before they release it. I just thought that is so
the only
cool.
thing, Jackie, someone might be able to ask this. Now, it's got the ability to turn the camera into portrait or lens.
Yeah. I don't know that I'd ever use that.
Can I see the actual point of that? I can't really.
No, because your TV is that way around.
Yeah, but you're missing the point altogether. What that's for is obviously we're a little bit older, and most kids now, they post to TikTok, Instagram, etc. that uses that vertical format. So that is that's the point of it. That's the reason they did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I just looked at it and thought, I mean, what I can see the point of is actually tilting the camera 60 degrees upwards.
Yeah, now that I like.
Because you imagine the reveal you could go from down here right up to
I bet
level.
Jeannie would like that for a waterfall. I wonder if she's going to replace her Lost drone with the Mini 3.
She's never bought any mini drones, so I wonder about that as well. Yeah, I don't know.
Perhaps it's time she did.
So what has she got, Lee? She got a Mavic?
I don't know, I can't remember.
How many drones has she got? 3 drones, hasn't she?
Yeah, you kind of she had the original Mavic Pro, the Mavic 2 Zoom, and then the Mavic 2 Pro.
Something like that.
Did she not have a Spark ones?
I don't know.
Jeannie here. Come on, so.
She's here at the minute.
Yeah.
Luke said he's going to stick with the Mini 2 for the price and get the Air 2S whenever you portrait TikTok into. Well, no, I mean, what is this TikTok thing?
Yeah.
Trust me, when it comes to TikTok, mate, Wayne says he's old. I'm old.
Are you on TikTok, Harvey?
No.
I am.
No.
I've been posting to TikTok. Oh, yeah. Hey, Luke McCauley makes a good point. He says he's sticking with his Mini 2. I totally understand that because if we're talking about if we're talking about value, really the little Mini SE for $299. I mean, oh my God, you can do almost everything with that little drone that you can do with much more expensive drones. Now it's 2.7K video, it's Wi-Fi, so it doesn't have the range, etc. But you know what? It flies like a DJI drone, and
for that price,
for that price, it looks really good.
What about the
TikTok was a watch.
Yeah.
So what about
I don't hear anything. What?
What about the wind resistance then? Because now what I have
Not to
heard
watch.
is the wind resistance is not as good as the Mini 2.
Oh, don't know.
Now I've
I-
always said the Mini 2 is a great little drone against the wind.
It is. Who said that, Steve?
Windy.
Windswept Robert. did?
Yeah.
I'm skeptical. I'll want to just try that myself. We'll see.
Have you not tried? I mean, well, obviously, I mean, the thing is as well, you know, I've said before, I'll say again, if it's windy, I'm not flying my drone. End of story. Anyway, I know people said, I think Ron said that obviously, oh, Jeannie's here. Hi, Jeannie. Jeannie, you got her up and settle a question. How many drones, what drones have you got? Or, yeah.
Now, yeah.
No, I mean, Ron was saying, well, sometimes you need to take the drone off in windy conditions to get that perfect shot. Not for me. No.
I'm telling you, Steve, I do. That's one of the things I love about the Mavic 3. If you saw the video I posted when I was on the foothills here in Boise, I mean, that was so windy I couldn't keep my cap on. The drone didn't know it. The drone had no clue. I flew that thing around like, you know, I mean, that's why you need a powerful drone.
And what drone was that you flew in the wind?
That was the Mavic.
Mavic 3, yeah.
I flew my Mini 2 down on the in the port some months ago now, but my car was in for service. I walked down to the beach and I flew it. The waves were lapping in, quite a big breeze, and from my feet up to my middle, I could feel the gales, the wind blowing. Above that, it was calm, and I put the drone up, and it just sat there. Freaky, really freaky, and you get great shots across it. Then you think, well, then the wind's turning a bit, and
bring it back.
I went out until it said critical battery.
Did you?
Yes, I did, and it was
Oh my
terrifying. It was terrifying.
But to your point, Harvey, that's the Mini 2. And the Mini 2, just for that little bitty drone, it's remarkable how well it does in the wind.
Yeah. And it loves eating bees.
Yeah, we discovered that the other day, didn't we?
Kim
Sorry,
says that the Mini 3 is not fast enough for me.
That's a good point. That is an excellent point that he makes there, because if you fly one of those mini drones back to back with your full size drone, Steve, in your case, like your Mavic 2, you will notice the difference on how much easier it is to place that bigger drone in the position you want quicker and so forth. I've done like the Mavic 3 and the Mini 2 back to back, and I'm always stunned when I get on that Mavic 3 because it is so responsive, so precise, so easy to position it where you want it to be quickly.
I mean, with drones, to me, you know, I wouldn't compare a Mini 2 or a Mini 3 with a Mavic 2 or a Mavic 3. You know, you compare, you know, Mini 3s with Mini 2s, haven't you, and Mini 1s. You can't. If there is a benefit of actually having a Mini 3 against a Mini 2, then good. But you can't. I mean, my Mavic 2 Pro, I very rarely fly it. I don't take it as funny with me. It's just one of them drones. I think, well, it's neither one thing or another. The Mini 2 is a great little drone to take. It's funny with me. My FPV is a great little drone to take, but the Mavic 2 Pro doesn't really have a place in my life.
Oh,
that makes sense. It's sad. It's a great little drone.
Bring it to Jackie. She'll use it.
I'll sell it.
I think you should give it to Jimmy.
It will be up for sale. If anyone's looking for a Mini 2, a Mavic, no, get it right, a Mavic 2 Pro, there is one up for sale.
Hey, that's an interesting point that Brian is making in the chat as well. And let me tell you why, at least for me, why that's important. There's times that you want to be kind of stealthy. You know, you're in a public park or something and you don't want, you know, a bunch of people saying, oh, look, a drone. You can launch that thing. Nobody hears it. It's so small. It's very stealthy.
The flew my Mini 2 at the open coast, very, very common as well. Wind speed and gusts. Yeah, that's it. You see, that's the thing. Now, what they're saying is that the Mini 3 can't deal with the same with the same wind,
What wind?
which
Yeah. Why? I mean, aren't they pretty much the same size?
unless it's because he's got those bulbous bits where the
Oh, what, the frog eyes?
frog eyes.
Yeah,
It does look like a frog, doesn't it? Really?
it does look like a frog. When
They
I get
must
one,
have-
I'm going to call it frog.
They must have skimmed some weight off it somewhere though to get
Yeah,
those
yeah.
sensors in. So maybe they've done it with the motors are maybe a bit little underpowered. Who knows?
Yeah,
You
maybe.
see that's the thing. I mean, when they're working in grams, it's quite easy to shave a bit off here, and it could even be that the whole plastic body's a lot thinner. You don't know, do you?
Well, and the other thing about it is when you got to understand when they're engineering those drones, I'm sure it's a delicate balance between because they're trying to get flight time, they're trying to keep the weight down, trying to keep that wind resistance, etc. So the tuning of the how much power they're putting into those motors, I'm sure there's a whole art that goes with that.
That's an interesting point, Marcus, because I noticed on the small motorized glide drive car that after a couple of hours flying it, one of the leads came off the motor, and there's such a small amount of solder on them. They every area.
Oh yeah, I bet every gram is counted for. It's got to be. You imagine if they're actually something where they
wasn't stuck on enough.
Sold manually or whether they're actually sold by a machine.
Oh,
but you can imagine it, can't you? Just you too much solder on there. Woo.
One blob, not two.
Man recommended that I solder up all the joints again, which I did, and you'd be surprised. There's it's the slightest little more weight in it, but
Patrick's saying that the Mini 2 and the Mini 3 both make 70 decibels of noise, but the longer props on the Mini 3, so it changes the pitch. Therefore, the people think it's quiet, but they make the sound. And say the thing to do. I think here in London, he actually had a microphone, and he just put it up against Steve, and it did noticeably sound quieter. But because if the pitch is different, it changes the frequencies. With a lower frequency, you won't hear it so much, would you? So that, it's just what the ear can hear. But if you've got a decibel meter and put that on it, that's a different story.
So Harvey, what attracted you to fixed wing? I'm curious.
I don't.
You don't know.
You saw Mans, didn't you? Though
I saw a few videos of it, and I thought that looks good. And then, bang, good! It popped up, and it was $200. Then it was down to €79. I thought, well, that's, and there it was. It was delivered. And then I thought, oh, I need a bigger one. And then you get in the realms, I better get a bigger battery. So I got a bigger battery. Need a better transmitter. So then you get a better transmitter. So then you just get run away with these things.
Slippery slope.
I mean, I've got friends. A guy at work, he just flies fixed wing. He thinks the drones are. We agree to disagree because he thinks that flying a drone, there's no skill involved, and to a degree, only to a degree, he's correct. But my argument is, well, if that was the case, then why would they have the people crash drones if there's no, But the point he was trying to make is, we're a fixed wing plane, Harvey, and I'm sure you'd agree. If someone said to you, what is easier to fly, a Mini 2 or your fixed wing, you'd say the Mini 2, wouldn't you?
Of course, yeah. Only because your concentration with a fixed wing is 100% on it.
Yes.
100% of the time.
Yeah, it doesn't hover. You have to have a runway.
It's not a case of looking away and thinking, "I'll be right for a minute. Look down here."
No. Yeah, then you hover in the sky for a little while.
You couldn't leave that flying while you quickly ride over a bridge and back, could you? For instance.
No. But we will try it, Jackie. We'll try that. I'll fly the fixed wing and you try and chase it. And maybe you can fly my Mini 2, which is a bit quicker than your Platinum, so that might do it.
Yeah.
And if you smash it up, I won't talk to you again. But whatever.
Luke would just like to thank the group and members of the support, members for the support they've given him. Now over 600 subs. So well done, Luke.
Congratulations, Luke.
600 subs, and incidentally, well deserved as well. What's Gary saying? I had a small model flying field over the road from me. As much as I love flying drones, I could spend an afternoon watching. Yeah, because there is
to watch, isn't it?
there's a certain set of skills that I don't. I mean, I'm not sure about the difference between flying flying a fixed wing and flying an acro FPV. I mean, I'm sure they're equally sort of challenging. To say.
Yeah.
Talk about FPV flying.
I'm going to stick with drones.
Hey, one more word about Luke before we get beyond that.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to check out his channel. Luke is a real videographer.
He does,
Yeah. He sells footage to BBC and other places. If you want to see some real,
he deserves a
professional
note
drone
on
footage.
the end of that 600, doesn't he?
Yeah, you need to
Luke
check
has
out
come
Luke.
on with leaps and bounds. When he started, I mean, and he's sort of built up a reputation. He's built up a quality and understanding what people need, and he goes out when people want him to do something. He goes out and does it. So yeah, you're right, Jack. He does need a note on the end of that. So just check out Luke's channel and right. Let's talk about skillful drone flying.
There's a video.
That's Jackie.
Yeah.
Nah, skillful editing. Chop out all the bad bits.
See, this is what I mean by, well, you watch. There you go. Nice bit of flying there. I mean, that takes some skill. I mean, just flying through little windows and things.
The gearhead in me was looking at all those defenders.
Ex-military. All ex-military ones.
Ex-military,
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's Gary was again. Well,
Like,
it doesn't look like we're going to have joke of the week today because I can't go on
where's
of.
Terry?
Where's
What
Terry?
about Harvey?
Come
Do
on.
you know any jokes?
Jackie, jeez. Put
You
the
should
man
have
on the
asked me
spot.
earlier. I would have prepared. I got my fez here, so I could have done a Tommy Cooper, but
Just roll that.
a bit late now.
Well, I just can't get the staff, can we? Just can't get the staff.
No,
I
to sell
can't get the
jokes.
staff nowadays.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's not like Terry to not leave us a recorded
I know.
joke, even. Huh?
Well, I was
Yeah,
actually
that's
hoping that he was going to join us on the show, but it's looking. He might well do. He might just pop in and say hello. He's still got 15 minutes. You never know. So we'll just talk among ourselves until Terry jumps. No. So we've got a video show of Harvey's actually, haven't we? Yes,
Yeah.
I've
No,
got a
not
Harvey
one of
video.
mine.
Come on.
We've got one of your videos,
No.
Harvey.
No, we don't
There's
want
a
to see
Harvey
now-
that.
video.
This is ever so slightly edited, obviously, because of size restrictions, should I say? But
It's only an
And
hour
you're-
long.
and your YouTube channel, Harvey, is called Harvey.
Aw.
87774, but
Eight,
nothing
seven.
on it. I don't do it for sub. I like the flying more than the videoing. So,
Yeah.
But
You
check
see-
it out anyway, because he does
but-
do nice videos.
Lauren's got a joke for us. Everybody needs to watch the chat too.
All right. So Lauren's going to tell. All right.
Oh, okay. I don't know. How do you get down off an elephant?
Slowly.
The suspense is killing me.
He's keeping us in suspense. He's typing like crazy right now.
I hope it's not a long answer.
Yeah.
not if you're going to play one of my feature length videos.
You don't. You get down off a duck.
Oh no!
Huh?
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Yeah, get it down. I would say more of a
Oh.
goose, more like a
Yeah.
goose. But
Mm,
yeah,
got it.
Oh, you get ducked down, don't you? Yeah.
I suppose.
Hide
Yeah,
it down.
yeah.
We should have even. Perhaps we should have even played like did.
And Lauren's in Canada, for God's sakes. Canadian geese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe while we're playing the video, Gary can type a joke for us. How about that, Gary? Because you won't come on and tell a joke, so you just type a joke, Gary.
Yeah. Can't show us a Harvey video.
Right, we'll show the Harvey video.
Oh no.
Oh no! he says. Where is it? I can't find it. There it is. Here it is.
Oh,
Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze.
It's cool, isn't it?
Got my fez on now.
Got the fez.
I mean, you're going to tell us a joke.
No, it's a bit late.
Gary said, "Bring back Terry."
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
they,
God.
filmed,
Oh,
they
no.
did a lot of filming there. Clint Eastwood, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and all that sort of stuff up there. There's some great flying around here. You must
Oh,
come for a
Gary-
year.
Gary
Marcus,
put some
pop
on
over
here.
for a year.
That sounds like a great idea, Harvey.
The
You'll
couple
need a
next
year,
door
though. There's so
recently
much
made,
to see.
if he says, the couple next door recently made a sex tape. Obviously, I don't know it yet, but
Oh, dear.
oh dear. No, I seriously think, I
That
think it's
was
about time.
Harvey's video, One Vision Aerial. So subscribe to him.
Yes. Which is, I read that.
Hey, so there's so many abandoned developments in
Oh.
Spain. So, I mean, obviously the economy has changed. I'm curious as to why they don't either demolish them or
Or restart.
finish them.
Yeah, well, I
The-
thought
There's-
that, but
there's-
there's so much space, isn't there?
Yeah.
They say that it's cheaper to get a blank piece of land and start again than it would be to demolish them.
Yeah.
Go
There
figure.
you go.
It's,
I mean, in
and the
Spain,
legalities that and who it belongs to, who's already paid for their apartments, their villas, and
Yeah.
just a minefield.
Start
But
again.
there's hundreds of them, and the castles, the derelict castles and things.
yeah,
Marcus, you'd love to fly them. You really would.
yeah.
Yeah.
There are so many of these buildings. I mean, I've only seen a small proportion of them, but like that one you've shown there, Harvey. I mean, there was another one we went to where there's literally, I don't know, probably about 150 villas. Oh,
That was Fortuna, wasn't it?
that's it. And you go and you think, so, come on, someone just finish them off. Just bring the money to the table and finish them off. But
Can't,
I
can
think
you?
it's sad. I think it's really,
And that
really
one up
sad.
near, the one that near you, Jackie, that I went to with Sean.
Yeah.
They were apartment blocks. We went in there, and the lifts were in as well. They've been vandalised, but
Yeah.
the bathrooms and
Shit.
kitchens were fitted. Some have been stolen, whatever. But
Yeah. It's
just
left,
left,
isn't it?
and they'd fenced it off for some reason, but we couldn't let that stop us.
I think the one thing that I do like, I mean, and I'm sure not everyone's going to agree, but some of these buildings, when they're derelict, the graffiti that goes into them, because the artwork is such quality, and it makes it for like one of the V&A went to, or the
I
V&A.
was just going to say the VA on Wednesday. You saw that graffiti there. Some stunning
Yeah.
work, isn't it?
It's a work of art. It really is. I mean, I know everyone. Some people. I mean, I know in certain areas. Well, not mentioning any name, but there was a. So they've done all this graffiti, and I thought it looked nice, and they come and wiped it all off, and said, don't put graffiti on here again." I think it looks better than a plain blue wall.
Than what it was.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary is making a point in the chat here. How has Brexit? So Brexit makes it harder for somebody from the UK to buy a property in Spain.
No, it makes it harder for them to spend time in it because
Yeah.
now there are
You got the
third
Schengen.
countries,
Was
so
it
they
the
can
Schengen? The
do 90
Schengen.
days,
Yeah,
90 days and
Schengen.
then 180.
So basically, you go out for 90 days. When you go to Spain now, whenever your passport is stamped in, your passport is stamped out.
That's it.
Which
So you've got
means
your 90 days in any 180 period.
Yeah.
It starts from when you're first stamped.
But I'm thinking in simplistic ways, is basically if you start in from January the 1st, you can go there to Spain for 90 days. And after 90 days, you got to go home for 90 days. Is that right? Is that the way it works? Then you can
Well,
come
yeah,
back.
you've got to get it out of the Schengen zone for that period of time. But in Portugal, it's different. You can spend 180 days in and then 180 out. And I expect Spain will change as well. But
So how would that work?
It's
Supposing
still-
I come to Spain for 90 days and then went to Portugal for 90 days.
you're still in the Schengen zone.
So that's 180 though, isn't it?
Yeah, but you're still in the Schengen zone. You still got to. Well,
Out, haven't you?
you'd have 90. No, you'd have
What I'm
90
saying
here.
is, what I'm saying, if you was in Spain for 90 days and then you went to Portugal for 90 days, you'd
Yeah,
only have
you
90 days because that's 180 then, isn't it?
That's it.
Would that
Yeah. So
work?
then you'd have to. Yeah. Then you'd have to go out the Schengen zone. Yeah.
But
But
you
so
got
here's
to
what I
90
think.
days.
Yeah, the
so
score,
now that
if you-
go ahead. I'm sorry, Jackie.
as I
go ahead.
say, he's put this. What's the score if you wanted to live there? Well, they've just changed it a
You
lot.
apply for a
It's-
visa.
Yeah, you have to get a visa now. It's just different. It's not
You can have-
impossible, but it's a lot harder.
Right.
and you've got to prove, an employer's got to prove that this person coming for a job, no one in
Can-
Europe can do that job.
Exactly. Or the other
So
way is you can get a
you've
you
got
can
a
get a
big pool of people.
non-lucrative. You could get a non-lucrative visa, but you've got to
Yeah,
have
so you'd have to be a
65
specialist.
grand in the bank or something.
No,
stupid, haven't you?
non-lucrative. You cannot work.
Yeah,
So you got to have.
but that's another way
X
in,
amount.
isn't it, to live here?
Yeah.
So basically, if you got a nice, healthy bank account, I'm sure they wouldn't throw you out.
$500,000.
So I think that
It's
the
got
UK, the US, Canada, and Mexico, we ought to form some kind of a union like that, where you could just travel back and forth wherever you wanted.
That's it. That'd be
I mean,
perfect.
in all fairness, I mean, when they decided to, when the UK decided to leave the EU, I mean, I'm sure 48% of the population of the UK realised that it was a bloody big mistake. But however, the other 52% spoke their mind and obviously not held on about.
That's democracy. That's
Sorry,
right.
if you vote for Brexit, I'm sorry, but that's my opinion. I think it was a very stupid mistake. But there we are.
Still, it got me out here earlier because I would have
And
just
me.
waited till I retired. But
Jane
when
and
that-
I, Jane and I
when
came
that-
out early for that reason. We had to get
Yep,
out
when
before
that vote
the
happened, I
final.
thought better go now in case things change, and they did change.
So Jackie and Harvey, how does that work then? So because obviously you're still UK citizens, so
Yeah,
you
but with
grandfathered
Spanish
in,
residents.
and
Yes,
you got
resident.
a permanent resident card.
Yeah.
Then. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that
And
is now. I
We're
think,
we're subject to what they call the withdrawal agreement. So we
Yeah.
came before Brexit. So we changed our driving licenses. All done.
Did everything we should have
Gotcha.
done at
Yeah.
the right time, and
Yeah.
did it easy.
And here we
did it when
are.
It was easier.
Yeah.
Here we are now.
I mean, once you're resident in Europe, you cracked it. Well, yeah, with David saying that the whole population was lied to.
Oh, they were. Yeah.
There was a lot of lies told during these
Yeah.
so-called.
Are you're not saying Boris Johnson lies, are you?
No.
Surely not.
Well, I'll ask another question.
And his
Is Boris
predecessors.
Johnson a politician? Is your
Yeah.
answer.
There you go.
He's
Well,
also
we know he parties like a rock star.
and
Yeah.
he's got an American citizenship, isn't he?
Yeah,
I didn't
funny,
know
huh?
that. Seriously?
Yeah.
No kidding. I'll be darned.
Yeah. So you watch when he comes off.
Marcus, couldn't take him back over there because
coming
just
to
take
you,
him out
Mark.
of the way.
Yeah.
His father, Johnson's father, now is a resident of France, I think.
Is he?
Yeah. So he didn't agree with his
Yeah,
son.
so he's got
He's done right.
His father,
got lots of
incidentally,
different passports.
when his father was actually in the, he did I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of It. I don't know if you'll remember that, but he did.
Mm.
And he said then, that's before his son was a
A liar.
Boris Johnson was the prime minister. I mean, I just imagine that I can never understand. Gary
think
said
Sunak
that
is as
if
well.
it was Sunak had American citizenship.
Yes, yeah. And also a billionaire, multi-billionaire.
Sunak's other half is she's worth about 140 million.
Terry
More than
says he's just didn't get back from Landsteffen Castle until late. That's his
That's no
excuse for not
excuse.
being here. What's that?
It's a chip.
Oh,
Poker
poker
chip.
chip. Wow.
And then on the other side,
Yeah.
Phone
Really?
and tech.
We can't afford
Yeah.
poker. We just afford badges. Badges put on an old stinking.
we don't need no stinking badges.
Well, Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a good,
I
good
took the
show,
barman slow here.
yeah.
You
That's
better
all.
go chase him up, Harvey.
Yeah, you can't get
Oh,
the staff. You can't get the staff, can you?
I know,
You
you'd be
can't
waiting
get
for
the
like an hour for a drink, couldn't you?
staff. If I was you, Harvey, I wouldn't go down that pub anymore, mate. I'll tell you that.
well,
Next time you go and help yourself.
Before we sign off, Steve, everybody needs to go to Jackie's channel and check out her new video. It's very entertaining.
It hasn't got any drones in it though.
No drones, but it's very entertaining.
Go to Jackie's channel, Backpack Jackie,
Backpack Jack.
and check Marcus. I haven't checked any Marcus out for about 2 weeks now, so I've got a few hours of video to watch as well, no doubt, on certain drones. Anyway, so to all of you, all 20 of you left watching.
And thanks to Harvey for joining us.
And a special thanks to Harvey.
Thanks for inviting me along.
Short notice.
Long
because-
overdue, wasn't it, Harvey?
Because someone let us down, didn't they, Jackie?
Yeah, we're name and shame her, but she's coming on soon anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, she couldn't come on. She had work. She had
And
clients.
where's my mate Kev?
Fair enough.
Where's my mate Kev?
And Kev said
Yeah.
all the days he was going to miss the show because I forgot that Harvey and Kev used to go flying in the UK before Harvey moved to
Yeah.
Spain.
Yeah,
So there we are.
right.
Anyway, on that note, thank you very much, everyone. And Harvey, thank you very much. I'm enjoying coming to your bar, and I shall be out in your bar again before
Please
before
do.
I know it.
Mm.
I
Please
will.
do.
Anyway.
We're fully stocked. The fridge is buzzing away. And
That's
you're
the sort
welcome
of-
too, Marcus, when you're here.
Excellent.
So, Marcus,
I'll
put it in
take
your
that.
diary. Go to your calendar or diary and circle October.
Okay.
Circle around it. Put it ESP.
España.
Anya.
Yeah, maybe October, November, December. Then you can
And
see
anyone else watching, España, October. It's a great time of the year.
Yeah.
The weather's
Big
nice,
drone seekers meet up.
and we could have the
Let's do it.
biggest ever drone seekers meet up ever, couldn't we? Could you imagine it? So, come on,
Está
bro.
bueno.
Yeah,
See.
it will be fun in the sun. There we are. Right, see you next week. Take care, guys.
Cheers. Adieu.